So, this is going to be depressing. It's going to be sad. Because the last thing we saw this team do was poop the bed. Like, that's what they did. They pooped. They found a bed, and then they pooped. That's what they did. So we are ready to go through this offseason where I'm going to blow some shit up. I'm going to blow some shit up. Before that, we have some contracts to attend to, apparently. Pretty much mainly the Calle Olesen extension. He only wants $7 million a season. That's not that bad. Even if we get him to 4 years, that's not that bad. Go for the 4-year deal, that would be $7.3 million. If he's willing to accept that, that's a pretty damn good deal. There isn't a single other player there that I'm overly worried about. Like, we do have, like, Bissett and McMichael, but those guys are probably going to stay. So let's get to the Lotto results, as Calle Olesen is back. Beautiful. Dallas has the #1 pick this year. The top 3 stayed the same, just shuffled the deck at the top. Again, there was no franchise-level player this year either. Retired players. Ryan O'Reilly, the most notable. Jordan Eberle's finally gone. Jeff Skinner. John Carlson, Tyson Barrie, Nick Leddy, Jared Spurgeon all gone. Goaltending-wise, Marc-Andre Fleury, Kraken legend, retires, as does Sergei Bobrovsky. So we lose our depth option. Fleury retires at 70 bajillion years old. And that brings us to the draft, where Carolina wants to trade that 4th pick. And I will say hello to these jerks. Goaltending-wise, there's obviously nothing of value that's going to work out for us. Defensively, we got to make the call. You kind of knew it was coming. It's the right time to get rid of Timofey Kasparaitis. He has 76 durability. This man cannot stay healthy, despite having X-Factor, an X-Factor and abilities. He's never really... I mean, like, he's good when he's healthy. Maybe not. Maybe he is a little bit better. Has been decent in the past 2 seasons. We could move on from Chernak instead. Chernak hasn't been that bad. Chernak hasn't been bad at all. Okay, I could definitely use Thomas Chabot's rights. Then again, even Chabot wasn't that bad, but I'm afraid of what Thomas Chabot's going to ask for, because the answer is going to be a lot. He's going to want to raise. And you could argue, I'll pay for that, but I didn't pay for Brandstrom last year, so maybe that was a mistake. Zack Schneider could also be used. He was very, very, very disappointing. He's still a super young player, but he takes all the penalty minutes in the world. And I'm not going to change his fighting type, so Zack Schneider is going to be dealt for this pick. We're going to move on from him because he cannot get his discipline under control. Let's see if this will go through. There we go. So we have traded Zack Schneider for the 4th overall pick and 2/3. A risky move indeed, but that guy's penalty trouble is just a disaster. And that will leave us, honestly, probably someone like Tyrone Layton is a guarantee. We'll see who's left. Maybe, Vyacheslav Kaigorodov would be great if he falls, apparently. Confirmed has Big Rig. That'd be a great player, but it would be way too expensive to trade. So we have the 4th pick. Let's go ahead and see what happens here. Dallas at 1 takes Dahl. Matthias Dahl. Has puck on a string, ankle breaker. He's good. He's good. This we knew. Nashville at 2 takes Puka. Tommy Puka, who has Schneip, close quarters. He's a pure shooter. There's Dahl, a bit more of a playmaker. And the Blues at 3 take Kaigorodov. So unfortunately, he wasn't there. And he's the total power forward. So you have a great playmaker, a great sniper, a great power forward. What is left for us at pick number 4? And that would be, arguably the best defenseman of the draft, Darius Bendahan out of North Bay. Apparently has some character issues. The grades aren't the greatest. This dude's looking like a mid to high 70. But he does have bouncer, quick pick, and yoink, so he is a pure defensive defenseman. There's Nathan Del Rio, who's trash. Absolute grenade of a player. And then there's Tyrone Layton. Who doesn't have an X factor. So Tyrone Layton is the better player now. For sure. Tyrone Layton is a better player right now than Darius Bendahan. Bendahan is a defenseman. He has an X factor. And we got to choose between one of the two. Now, really quickly, what I want to do as well is take a look at moving some of the other assets that we were considering moving now that we moved on from Zack Schneider. Can I get anything for Tristan Lennox right now that's interesting to me? And the answer is no. It is worth keeping Lennox around. Wallstead's obviously fine. Kincaid will be gone at the end of the year. Nothing to worry about there. There's a good chance I look at keeping Thomas Chabot. It's a second rounder next year and a fourth. I should have done more research on who's going to be up in free agency. Second round. Honestly, we'll keep Chabot and see if we can negotiate. That's not worth it. Forsberg will probably never develop. Third and a fourth. Seems to be the going rate. Do I see a second round pick? I do, from Tampa. And that we'll take. We'll take a second and a fourth from Tampa for this medium 4 who will never develop. We'll reinvest a little bit. Pare, if I can get anything for him now would be good, but that's not going to happen. Morrison might actually be half decent. Same as Bohinski. And Quenneville. Alright, no real value here. There is also the Jake Chychrun issue. And what we're going to do with him. As well as Rasmus Ristolainen. So say we keep Chabot. Risto. We could get a 7th. Kenny, take it easy, man. Catch you later. Chychrun could fetch us a 4th. Honestly, I'd rather hold on to him. Okay, Town, what's coming up? Oh, excuse me. One person leaves, another shows up. We'll put it this way, we know there's pretty much no way Rasmus Ristolainen's sticking with the team. So even if it is a 7th from Philly, we'll take it. From there, we'll see what becomes of that defense. I really don't know if I'm going to keep Chychrun or not. If we were to get rid of Chychrun and Chabot, it'd be McDonald, Chernak, Medvedev, Kasper, right? It would just be too barren. Yeah. All depends on the prices that they're looking for. On the wing, Kylie Yamamoto's gone. This we know. It's been abysmal for him lately. The third seems to be about as good as we're going to do. Looks like no one will stretch into 7th round territory. We will send Mr. Yamamoto to the New Jersey Devils for a 3rd and a 4th. Victor Arvidsson was pretty good for us, but he's just too much of a veteran at this point. So to be honest, we'll just take that 7th from Florida to send him out east, hopefully. Get Trotter, Melanson. Can't get anything from Melanson. Doubt we're going to be able to get anything for any of these guys. On that left-hand side. Klim Kostin. Can't get anything for him. Artemi Panarin is regressing. Shout out to Gucci Shoes for the follow, by the way. 3rd and a 6th from Washington for Artemi Panarin. We'll move on from him. From there, though, we do have Fisette. We have Patan. We're looking okay. We're looking okay from there. If there's anything for Tapper, we could probably take it. Yeah, there's not. Okay, let's say we're good. And then at center, Nolan Patrick honestly wasn't that bad. And there's no trade value for him whatsoever. So We might as well keep him. Eraser! Eraser! With that prime sub. Eraser! Thank you. Very much appreciated. Very much appreciated that lovely, lovely Twitch Prime. It's always nice when people are like, oh yeah, I get a free Prime sub because I got Amazon Prime. And then they sauce it my way, and it puts food on my table and treats in my dog's belly. She's getting kind of heavy. Alright, let's see what we got here. To be honest, I think we keep everybody. There's a chance I bring back Nolan Patrick. He's been a legend for us in the past. I think we're good with that teardown. We could further tear it down, but we're going to wait it out. And it's very evident to me, based off of who's available here. Again, Leighton's the better player, and someone's going to be very happy with him. We have to take Darius Bendahan. We have to do it. So we trade, and indeed he's the 77. K-Town, it is the 2028 season, I do believe. 2027-28. So, again, we know Bendahan's not the highest OBR, but that's okay. And then Del Rio, and then Leighton. Yeah, Winnipeg get a steal and a half, but we drafted a little bit more for need. Now, from there, when's the next team willing to trade up? Pick number 13 with the Anaheim Ducks. So we are right around this territory here. I don't know enough about Reisner. McDonald. He's 2 years out. Interesting. We got Godfrey, who's 2 years out. Molson is 2 years out. Strachan, 2 years out. Rensfeld's only 1 year out. That was confirmed? Not confirmed. Damn. Frederick Jacobson. Johnny McMuffin. He's 4 years out. That's a hell no from me. I don't trust that potential either. Igor Korolev, unconfirmed, 1 year out. Jensen, not looking that good. Pascal Perreault, confirmed 2 years out. It's not that bad. What about Sean Lyon? Not looking that good. And then we get into our next picks territory from there. Paulina, how are you? I hope you're well. It's going pretty good, actually. It's going pretty good. AJ, I watch every episode of Dark Side of the Ring. It's a great show. Alright, confirmed 2 years out, 2 years out, 2 years out. A confirmed 1 year out. Those ratings do not indicate someone actually being 1 year out. So I don't know what the hell that potential is. He might very well be a medium elite, but if he's a medium 4, he's a complete swing and miss. McDonald, 2 years out. I could believe he's 2 years out. What about Rensfeld? Unconfirmed 1 year out. Those stats do not indicate that. The sense is being a D, absolutely not. Perreault, confirmed 2 years out. I can believe that. And then Strachan, whatever it may be, 2 years out. Could be believable. I don't know if I trust any of these people to actually be as good as advertised. I don't know if we want to risk trading up in this particular draft. It looked like we had some people that were available otherwise. So, let's go to pick number 29 and see if I just made a big mistake. Lyon was a 66 medium 4, Allen a medium 4, Perreault was a medium 6, Jensen high 9. I mean, medium 4s and medium 6s, that's fine, but what about OBR? Nobody over a 70 yet. Okay, McDonald was a 72 medium 4. He would have been nice to trade up and get. Yeah, honestly, McDonald, Molson, or Godfrey would have been nice, but it is what it is. It wasn't necessarily worth the risk. So, pick number 29. Fun fact, Strachan's brother strong. Is it? As in, like, former defender for, like, the Blues, Tyson Strachan? Would it have been Strawn? Are you sure? Don't know how or why. I'll take your word for it. Hello, low elite, Quincy Waite. That is promising. Got Biega. We got Jonah Booze. Don't think any of these guys are going to compare to Quincy Waite. He confirmed has Crease Crasher. Well, it's a good thing we didn't trade up. And why would we? We have our pick right there. It's not even a question. We're going to get lucky with another low elite. It is Quincy, son of Doug, grandson of Doug. Quincy Wade, he's a 65 low elite power forward with crease crasher, big tipper, truculence, and big rig. Not a bad bit of business there. We'll move ahead to pick number 40. And no one else got anything in the ballpark of what we just got with Weight. So adding Weight and Bendahan. Pretty good start to this draft. The question now is who the hell do we go for next? It shows a couple of these guys as potential X factors, but it's not confirmed. That dude's confirmed 3 years out. Nearly 3 years out. Dude's got a Housley comparison. Confirmed 3 years out in the medium 4 for Tyrone Beck. Stuck picking between Be a Pro, Hut, and franchise. Somebody help. We'll never pick Hut. That's your first starting point. The risk pick here would be Shovel Dave. Confirmed potential, but unconfirmed ETA. Rourke's in the same spot. Theo Curry. We got a lot of guys who are in that mix of 3 years out from being ready. To the point when you have everybody listed as 3 years out, is anybody really 3 years out? You know? This guy's a gem, Alexander Zaitsev, so maybe, just maybe, he's the way to go. I think clearly it's got to be between one of the two gems in Zaitsev or Rourke. Gems aren't a guarantee, but there wasn't anybody else that I was overly excited about. So there's a forward and a defender. We'll go for the Belarusian first, Alexander Zaitsev. Actually, we won't. We'll take Len Rourke first and then go for Zaitsev with 55. So let's take Len Rourke. 64 medium 4, not bad at all. Who's willing to trade their pick next? The Anaheim Ducks. And we'll see what we can do in terms of working out a deal here. Eric Chernak would be very helpful. Thomas Chabot would be very helpful. And I was unsure what to do. I am going to risk Thomas Chabot here. If he re-signs with Anaheim, cool. If not, maybe we'll make a play for him in free agency. But he's 31 years old. He's getting up there. And we don't know what other options are going to be out there in free agency, so why risk it? If I add a couple thirds, it'll probably be too much. About just 1/3. What about straight up? Done deal. We'll move Thomas Chabot to Anaheim. And we will get that other gem in this draft. Thompson was a 66. Damn. So we really need Zaitsev to deliver. That's why I don't often trust gems. He's worse than Thompson, worse than LeBlanc, much worse than Hovland. But it's a good example to show that that's why you don't always trust gems. Poza was a 62. Here's the problem. I can't guarantee who I would have chosen. It's just, Gaudette would have been the guy. 70 medium top 4. Yeah, Gaudette would have been the guy, even over Rourke. So we got two decent prospects. We could have done better. Because again, gems still don't mean a ton. And at this point, things are looking a little bit rough here. Hordichuk could be decent. Legwan's a goalie. Legwan probably will be a medium elite, but he's never going to develop. And medium elite goalies, hoarding them to trade them, it's not as effective of a strategy as it used to be. So it's going to be one of the three, either Hordichuk, Legwand, or Donovan Cook. Confirmed 3 years out. Confirmed 5 years out. Confirmed 3 years out. Hordichuk makes more sense than Cook. Let's go for Sean Hordichuk of the Oshawa Generals. We were taking a Jenny no matter what. Hordichuk is a low 6. We actually have back-to-back picks, so there we go. We don't even have to choose. And we'll also take the goalie, Elijah Legwand. Confirmed medium elite. There you go, 60 OBR. Not bad. Third round, Cook was only a low 4, so we dodged that bullet. It wasn't that much better than Hordichuk, so... if better at all. So third round, 72nd. There is Rourke, 3 years out. A lot of these guys are 3 years out. That guy's a confirmed below 6. But Lane McCormick, I could believe he's a medium elite as well. If we wanted to start hoarding goalies here and at least getting good return on the picks that we have. And we have a lot of picks in this round. Let's risk it for the Canadian, Gord Rourke. He's an overager, which scares me though. We're going to go for it. Come on down, Gord. Oof, 66 medium 6, but he's an enforcer. Okay. It's not awful. It's not awful. Another enforcer, and we'll take the Norwegian goalie, Lane McCormick. Overager as well. It's a little bit scary. It's only a medium starter. Still probably has as much, if not equal value to the pick that was used to get him, though. So it could be worse. Elliot Simon. Unconfirmed 3 years out. We have David Bolig. Almost has wheels confirmed. Just confirmed 3 years out. He's probably the guy. Burnsy. Thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Again, Brunstrom very close to having potentials confirmed, or abilities confirmed as well, excuse me. Paris Hogan's 4 years out. What about Roger Armsden? 4 years out. Near confirmed low elite, Dallas Andersons. He's probably the guy. Orcade Orr out of Belgium can be the guy, at least in terms of trade value. Right. So we have a few picks here. With this pick, I can get both Bolig and Brunstrom. I can get two. I can get two of the guys here. Or is a guarantee with that second pick, so we need one of these guys. Anderson confirmed 3 years out, nearly a low elite. Bolig confirmed 3 years out. Kind of in the same boat. And then Brunstrom is 4 years out. So I'm going to avoid Brunstrom. It's either Bolig or Anderson's, and I got to be honest, Anderson's is looking a little bit better. I'm going to go with Dallas Anderson's from the Ottawa 67s. 63 low 4. We actually have back-to-back picks. Son of a bitch. And then pick number 29. A bit further down. How far down is that pick? Because we could get Bolig here too. So we're 81, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. We're going to have to do a little bit of trading up here, but we'll end up with 3 picks in a row. Because I'm also going to take Bolig. There's a medium 9, and then we'll make a deal with the Florida Panthers to get Orr as well. Because we do have a lot of picks in this draft. Start shedding some of those 7s, maybe. Done deal. Cool. Enjoy your 7th round, Florida. And in the meantime, we'll take the confirmed medium elite. He'll have a horrible overall. But we will take Cade Orr with the pick. He is a 51. I'm a little bit worried about not taking Brunstrom, but I'm willing to risk it. Bogosian was a medium elite. Didn't see that coming. Let's see, medium fringe with a 71. Armsden was very good. Brunstrom wasn't very good either. Didn't expect that Bogosian guy to have a medium elite, but that's okay. We're still looking damn good. And we still don't even know what's going to happen free agency-wise. Quincy Olver. 4 years out. That's rough. Jonathan Genoway. 5 years out. Another medium elite. This is a goalie. Rhys Rhodes. The American Dream himself. Man, our scouts have had a hell of a draft here. We'll take Rhys. 55 medium elite. That's 2 medium elite goalies in this draft as it is. We did not miss out on anybody great from the looks of it. This has been a hell of a draft, man. This has worked out very, very well. Goodness, who's next? We got Mason. 4 years out, but no weaknesses. Esteban Couturier is unconfirmed. Lassi Pekkanen is a gem. 2 years out. We'll take him right now. Lassi Pekkanen, the 19-year-old. The TP, yeah, 67 low 4. That's not that bad for this stage. I mean, 4th round picks and such. It's pretty good. Could take Couturier, could take Vallette. Very close to a medium 4 here for Kolesnik, but he's 20. 5 years out. He is tragically bad. No other gems in the draft. At this point, I think we just start going off of the accuracy. And looks like we're taking a lot of goalies. Looks like we're taking us some goaltenders here. 2-star low elites. We do have 3 stars medium 4s. Kolesnik we know is terrible. Bill Jenkins. Was there a Magnus? Did I miss that? He must have been right at the top, huh? Magnus Magnuson. 17-year-old goalie. Let's take him. Good lord. He's a medium elite as well. We are back to the good old days of goalie hoarding, everybody. Welcome. The good old days are here to stay. We will also take Nasir McNeely. He's an overager, but we'll go for him too. He is also a medium elite. This is stupid. And the final pick of the 4th round, we will also go for Chad Vigilante, the Giga Chad. He was a medium fringe. Giga Chad, no more. We'll go for the low elites that are here. We got 3 of them. Teams won't be ready for our all-goalie line, right? Carpentier could also be used. The low 6s I'm not as worried about. And then we got the medium 4s. Okay, so these are the next dudes to worry about. We're on pick 132. Honestly, Kolesnik for the value could be worth it, but we also know that he's old as shit. And he's 5 years out. Jenkins is 19. He's 5 years out. Yeah, so let's not worry about those guys. Let's take Mats Christensen. Low 6. Woof. We are definitely at hope for the best portion of the draft. We will take Josiah Hill. Don't call me Jonah. Low 9 grinder. Into the 6th round. Next up is Zach Sarich. Low 7th. Oof. Yep, those didn't work out all that great, did they? There's no guarantees that they will. And now it's all just 1-bar accuracy unless we take these low top 6s, but they're equally as bad. Yeah, that medium 4 is pretty bad too. Might as well just go wishful thinking at the top here and hope for the best. It's pretty much all we can do. So with that, let's go for Jean Gervais. Canadian defenseman. Medium 7th. Imagine if you did this in real life. This was called the Montreal Canadiens before an entry draft. Next up, we will take the youngest of the bunch, Frederick Marshall from the Acadie Bathurst Titan, who's a medium bottom 6. Again, we're not expecting to get anything here. Let's go for Jaro Pete. Hand out that scrunchy, Jaro. Oh, he's a medium 7th. Next up, Mario Denny. Trash. Again, just hoping for the best. It's better than trading away all the picks. Next up, two-bar medium top 4, Jean Lecavalier. Nope. Endless trash. And that is it for our draft. It wasn't endless trash. It was a very good draft. All things considered, we moved on from some people that we didn't want to necessarily move on from. And we also ended up with 1,000 goalies. And in terms of pending free agents, we may have made the right decision to not keep Thomas Chabot because Rasmus Dahlin could be out there. And if Rasmus Dahlin hits the open market, we pay that man whatever he wants. It does not matter how much he asks for. He gets the money. And we're going to have to redo our scouting and coaching departments here as well. So this is going to be interesting. But goalie-wise, we will sign Arkhipov, the high starter. Keith Kincaid can be released. And look at how many goalies we have now. That's outrageous. Defensively, what does Chychrun want? It does make a lot of sense to keep Chychrun. Again, $6 million is not as bad as it used to be. $6 million is the new $3 to $4 million. This would pretty much keep him here for, the rest of the kind of highlight of his career. 5-0-5-0. Chychrun accepts that. We're looking good because we do have almost $42 million in cap space. I don't know if we're going to sign Bendahan quite yet. Poirier, hate to say it, we're going to let you go because you're not really going to get any better. We do have Morrison at 21. We can sign him. Cam Beats is a low 6. We're going to move on from him. Low 7th in Cook. He's gone. Low 6th in Janssen. He's gone. Grachev. He's gone. Weber. He's gone. Damn. On the right-hand side, right wing here. Trotter. We might as well keep. Yeah, screw it. We might as well keep Trotter. Let's see if we can also hold on to Melanson. Kinda, I did look to sign Chychrun. We'll see if he stays. I hope he does. Left-hand side, Klim Kostin. We're going to move on from Klim Kostin. Bernie Fisette definitely needs to come back. We'll go with 1.9 over 3 years. Adam Beckman, he's on his way out. Tapper can come back, even though it's doubtful he ends up doing anything significant. Same thing. Honestly, from Medvedev, we're going to drop him because the potential's a little bit worse. Gostad, I'm going to drop. We're also going to let go of Buss. Morozov. I don't have to cut these guys this way, but I like to take a look. And then at center, honestly, Nolan Patrick doesn't want to come back, so we'll let him go. McMichael does want to come back. And if he's willing to play ball a little bit, I'm willing to bring him back. Justice Ho, also willing to come back. Let's see, Lazarev. Well, we got on waivers, for God's sakes, from Boston. It's crazy. We'll bring him back. Hicketts needs his ELC. 77 overall, 20 years old. He's great. Courtnall can stay. It's a UFA at the end of this anyway. Tambellini, he can be signed. He's not awful. And then there's like Young, who's terrible. All right, let's move forward today. Hickett signs. Chikrin rejects. Fisette signs. McMichael rejects. I imagine everybody else will be coming back. So both Chikrin and McMichael don't necessarily want to play ball here. Honestly, boys, good luck. Good luck. We'll let you go in that instance. We'll let you go and we'll see what's out there. We will see what's out there instead. Coaching-wise, now the change I am making is Lachance is no longer going to be our NHL head coach because he doesn't get along with the majority of our guys. But we can bring in Viggetti. So that's the first big change this year, as we do have a new NHL head coach. I think that's needed, as I'm guessing. I don't even know. I'm guessing it's V1 Ipu. I think it is. And thank you very much for the follow. I do appreciate it. Let's see how many of these people we can actually get to sign. Old Terry Stemp. We also have Ranger, who the Habs are interested in. Is he francophone, though? It's very important. God forbid you can't speak French and you can't appeal to the local market by speaking French. God forbid. My God, what would happen? God forbid you bring in someone who can't. Let's assign Biega. And then scouts. I don't know how many scouts we need, but start off by signing all the A's. Remember when you held a Q&A at this point? I do it often, but it's not going to take too long. I mean, I'm hoping I don't have to send out the max offer to get the guy to sign, is my point. Moment of truth. Thomas Chabot wants $11 million. I made the right decision to move on from him. Problem, Rasmus Dahlin did not hit the free agent market. Alex Ovechkin did. Shit. Andrei Vasilevsky, oh my God. Also say hi to Carey Price. Interesting. We have $40 million essentially to spend. Hello, Monk. How are you? Again, Chikrin's out there now. We have $40 million to spend. I will sign Cameron if I can. Is he an RFA? He must be. No, wow, he's a UFA. Oh yeah, fuck yeah. Let's go for this guy then. Big time. Outspend New Jersey. I want this guy. Just see if he can develop a little bit more. We'll go for Nokalainen. Because why not? We'll go for Korchinski, who is real. Okay. Olas, if he wasn't an RFA, I'd go for him. And then for the forwards, Robertson, Ovechkin, they're the big two. What do we got for prospects? Ledeen, doubtful he ever takes a big step forward, but we'll throw our name into the hat. Actually, he's a Sabres pickup. And we might be able to outduel the Sabres here. See what happens there. And then bunch of medium top sixes to help fill out a team. This dude's a 20-year-old 75 overall. Yes, please. How the hell did he hit the open market? New Jersey had done goofed. There's a bunch of these 24-year-old level players here to help fill out the forwards here if we can get them. And we are going to try. Let's go for Morozov. Korjak's 25. I'm not as worried about him. Let's sign Ronaldo. Lazowski. We'll go for Grabeshkov. And McCallum. Cool. That brings up to 45. Which pretty much, I mean, I think I technically have to sign defenseman. Pretty much leaves us the space to go for the big fish. It does. The question is, who do we need the most? Obviously, do we have an extreme need for a goaltender? No, we don't. Louis, what's up, man? Holden's up to an 89. Man, if I could get Vasi on a 1-year super deal. Defensively, it's 1, 2, 3. 4 with Kasperitis, who's in a morale crisis right now. 5 with Zellweger. And then forward-wise, we know we're good because we have so many young guys on the team. Alright, I know what I want to do here. Alexander Ovechkin. As nice as it would be to sign Jason Robertson, we have had a tendency... Oh, nice. Florida finally wants to get him after all these years. We have had a tendency of bringing in veterans, and Ovi could be the next one. That's $10 million off the books. And honestly, let's keep track of that. So we have $39.545 million in cap space. We'll minus $10 million from that. Gives us a 29, obviously. From there, let's see if we can go a big 1-year deal for Thomas Chabot. That leaves us $18 million if he were to accept. And then in goal, Andrei Vasilevsky. That would be another $10 million for the 1-year deal. And that leaves us $8 million to sign another defenseman, which I don't think could afford to be Morrissey. But it could be us bringing back Chychrun. We have enough to sign 4 big players, 1-year deals, flex our cap space, and see what the hell becomes of it. Let's find out what becomes of it. Of course, we get the answer from staff members here as well. Scouts are signing on. I imagine the coaches are going to be difficult. Somebody signed. Of course, we got all the young guys, too. Felipe, I don't remember. No. If you haven't done anything editing-wise, I'd recommend using the most recent one that just came out. So Caden Duda signed. Landon McCallum, Lazowski, Korchinski, Cameron, Grabeshkov, Nokalainen, Radulov, Morozov, Ronaldo. Ladine was the RFA. And he'll be staying in Buffalo. Thomas Chabot is back. Jake Chychrun is back. Vasilevsky denies our deal and goes to Dallas. And Alex Ovechkin has signed. So the only guy that rejected was Vasi. I offered him a 1-year, $10 million deal, or more than that. And he said no. That leaves us $13 million. We do have our goaltending set then. I'm not really worried. I know he's beaten me at least once in the past, if not just beat me in Nedeljkovic, but we can't compete with the term that he's about to get. Same for Lukin. And we have our goalie. We're living and dying by this goalie. If we can't get somebody significantly better like Andrei Vasilevsky. So, we got $13 million. The obvious flex right now is to go out and get Robertson. But it looks like he's going to get the term that he wants. And man, Klim Kostin is looking for absolutely nothing. We have murdered that guy's confidence. Absolutely murdered his confidence. So goaltending-wise, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not bad. Still got Wallstead. Defensively, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. It's not bad. Same defense we had last year. Forward-wise, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. and then everybody else can just kind of fill out the roster. So we could bring in the likes of Klim Kostin, but I think I want to again give a chance to the younger players on our roster to earn those spots. I think I do. You could argue safety net it with a big time name, but I think we're okay. Fortunately, only one of those scouts signed. Can I just say I really do appreciate you streaming while I'm cleaning downstairs. Pretty best. Kinda all good. I'm glad I can be great background noise to you cleaning. Alright, one more attempt here. Alright, quick Tuganay time. Tuganay. AMA. Do what you want to do, because we're going to have to scroll way the hell up here to try to get this guy to actually sign with us. Trade Dallas for Vasi. That's not going to happen. That is not going to happen. Not going to happen. He shall be far, far too expensive. How do I feel about the state of New Japan? I mean, I'm not into it as much as I used to be. I feel like they don't do themselves a lot of favors in a lot of ways. But I don't hate it. Alright, that should be good for Stempniak. And then Ranger is the other one that we want, so that we have some maneuverability. All about that maneuverability. As we scroll, and scroll, and scroll. Alright, that should be good. Please, God, let them both sign. Don't make this more difficult than it has to be, please. Goodness. Shout out to the term hunt. Oh, you fuck. Fine, whatever. It's Ellie Tolvanen. Wow, somehow Philadelphia traded like the $13 million of Ellie Tolvanen. I have no idea how the hell they did that. So we still have one open coaching spot and a goalie spot, but that's nothing. It's for the AHL, so we'll do what we gotta do. We'll do what we gotta do. Alright. So, this roster. I am perhaps more intrigued than I've ever been as to what one of our rosters are going to look like. Bendahan will not be signed. We'll hold off for the year, for the season. So it is now 90 overall, Isaac Holden. Israel Holden. I always bounce back between Isaac and Israel. And Jesper Wallstedt will be behind him. Arkhipov and Yakupov as the goalies, the goalars. Defense is McDonald, Shabbat, Chernak, Chikrin, Medvanov, Kasparidis. I think we'll have Zellweger as the scratch. Yeah, Cameron needs full-time playing time. Honestly, we could trade Chikrin to make room for Cameron, and that might be the better long-term decision. Pare is never going to develop. Alright. It's looking good. And then forwards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then everything else from there is a complete toss-up because Hickett should probably be on the team. Courtnall's 24. He deserves a chance sometime soon as well. And then a younger guy like Duda and McIntyre, these two can crush it at the AHL level this year. So Lazarev's 24. Ho is now 23. Fucking scrolling being broken is a nightmare. Trotter's 24 as an enforcer. So pretty much who makes this team now is dependent on who fits the team the best. And the rest will be sent down to the AHL, where that team again will be going for another championship. So we have our new head coach. Again, the top 6 in my opinion is set. But these guys right here. Olesen is the second line center, makes a lot of sense. kind of want to put Ovi with Sutton and Wright just to see what the hell happens, right? Like, imagine how dominant Ovi could be at 42 years old. He has over 1,000 goals. Chuck Olesen, Fisette to start the season, I don't hate. I'm surprised they don't have better chemistry. It's playmaker, sniper, power forward, all of them with X factors. It's just because we don't have a natural center on the line. Which means, if I'm not mistaken, I mean, yeah, you bump down Shane Wright, and even then it's only a +2. Yeah, that's our top 6. So then from there, Lazarev's good for the 3rd. Ho's better for the 4th. Hickett's good for the 3rd. Ronaldo's good. Pretty much everybody seems to fit. Melanson's 25. He is not a fit. Batan's a decent fit for the 4th line. Batan is listed as a minor league scoring forward as opposed to a depth option. So maybe Batan and Melanson are the odd men out. So we got 2 snipers, 2 playmakers, and a 2-way and an enforcer to break them up. Low elite for Courtnall. Ho was a natural center. Lazarev, Hickett. So we got a bunch of natural centers on this team too. So Hickett's over Trotter. That's fine. Lazarev and Ho were the better centers. I don't know for sure how well this is going to work out, but they deserve a chance. They deserve an opportunity to try. It's not the best chemistry. It's not the highest ratings in the bottom 6 either. But then you have that defense and it kind of makes up for it, doesn't it? Kind of makes up for it. That's a lot of bright, unreadable green. That defense should be able to carry us, man. So we'll send down Patan. We'll keep Melanson as the healthy scratch this year. Patan will get 1 more season to get a little bit of AHL seasoning, essentially. I have no idea how this team is going to do. But I hope that they surprise us a little bit. We do still have to fix up the AHL coaching staff, so let's do that really quickly before I forget, and that way we can get a look at the team. Yeah, so it randomly signed us a C- guy who we can just cut. Honestly, I'm going to send LeChance down. Let's bump that guy to goalie coach. LeChance was our NHL coach. We'll make him our AHL coach. And Stempniak can go up to associate, so it's forward general. It's D. And in the AHL, I don't care as much, but we do need an associate coach and a goalie coach. And, again, we'll offer these 2 assholes jobs and see if they accept it. I watched the Canes game tonight. I mean, I heard about it. I can't say I watched, like, any highlights or anything like that. I honestly haven't heard much praise for Freddie Anderson tonight. It was more so Kotkaniemi, obviously, like, being the star of the show and how that game played out. Teaching-wise, go for Jyrki Salmainen as our Golar coach. And that should be good. Should be good. Scouts, we got 20 out of 20. We an extra Q. Got real quiet after Kotkaniemi scored. Indeed. I mean, when you, like, you know, Habs fans did themselves no favors by being like, oh, we're going to boo Kotkaniemi. Do you really want to give that kid motivation? Like, considering the entire fan base for Montreal essentially turned on that kid in a heartbeat. It went from calling him a future #1 center or winger because he was a 3rd overall pick, to then trying to explain to everyone how actually no, he's trash, and that's what we meant the whole time. Which is as transparent as the Habs front office's decision to draft Logan Mailloux. Like, just call it what it is. You're not fooling anybody. Not fooling anybody. Then we'll keep our ROW Scott as well. Alright, so the AHL. The AHL. Now that we have our former NHL head coach as our AHL head coach, let's see how well this team fits together. So the defense is much better. We know the goaltending is set. And then forward-wise, it's kind of tough from there. Someone like Morozov. Bochenski's 24, so it doesn't really matter. Gudis and Meach, who are younger. I mean, it makes sense to give them spots. McIntyre needs a spot. That is unacceptable. Yeah, sorry to Vyacheslav Morozov, but you got to get McIntyre in there. Unfortunately, McCallum's a horrible fit for that second line. Could optimize that a little bit better. Might do so in a little bit. But Patan, McIntyre, and who was that? Kackers on the right together. That's pretty good. I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful. I mean, we have all the prospects in the world to be able to make moves if we have to make moves. It's just kind of a different era where it's like, all right, screw the veterans who aren't getting it done. 92, 95, and 90 are the ratings. If I set Holden, Kasparaitis, McDonald, Medvedev, Olesen, Ovechkin, Sutton, Kachuk, Wright, all with abilities, or with X Factors and Superstars, we have Shabbat, Chikrin, Hicketts, and Justice Ho. Yet with a line and a squad, lines and a squad similar to that over the last couple seasons, it still hasn't worked. But it's time to give these younger guys an opportunity to see who can cut it, who can't, and move on from those who can't. But I think it could be an interesting season with some damn good defense. In theory, some damn good goaltending. Never expected Holden to hit a 90. And then from there, what can like Ovi do next to Shane Wright and Billy Sutton? Can he kind of turn back the clock a little bit and prove that he is still... I mean, he is the greatest goal scorer in NHL history at this stage. But oof, McDonald's deal's up at the end of the year. We're, we're in the final few seasons. You know, it'll be sooner rather than later that we move on to a new challenge, but another cup may be on the agenda.